Hi, I'm Andre.
And I'm Annabelle.
And today we have a very special guest to start off our inaugural episode. This next guest is an actor, director. He's also a producer and owner of a local production company called Seize the Day. He's been involved in many films which you may have heard of. Films like Aversion, What's Inside, Slice, and Hidden Light, I believe. So please put your hands together for our very first guest, Anthony Chila.
Thanks, guys.
G'day, Anthony. Thanks for coming on the show.
No worries.
So how have you been doing today?
Not too bad. Had a read through this morning and now I'm doing this.
So what's one thing, now that you're here talking about your very impressive career, what is one thing you wish when you started?
I wish I knew how hard it would be to get funding. That's one of my biggest bane, that I guess just the crowdfunding is almost non-existent at the moment. And yeah, just trying to find avenues, because it's, you make a lot of films, but a lot of it's either in-kind donations, or you're doing for deferred payment, or people are giving up their time to do it for free. So if I knew it was going to be that hard, I probably would have jumped on someone else's production company and just worked at a different role, whether it be production manager or something like that. But I don't regret doing what I'm doing. So.
No, yeah, it seems like you've built up quite a lot from very little. Like, you've done so much already.
Well, a lot of that's come from having people around me as well, like people like Aaron Camp and stuff. If I ever need a hand, I can always call him, or he's had a lot more experience than I have. So in all different aspects, editing, directing, producing. So even the film festivals, he's got the means to get it on Film Freeway, into all that. So I just give it to him and he does all that. So having people like that around, and actors that I can call on that are good at what they do and are happy to come work with me, then yeah, and having a good crew as well makes a difference. So it's not all me, it's everyone else that makes me look good.
You've done quite a fair few projects. Is there one that stands out, or one that you feel you'll remember till the day you retire?
We did in 2016. We did one called The End, and the reason that came about was because for people myself being the size I am, it was hard to get roles, because I did acting in 2018 is when I started my course. 2006, and we thought, well, we're not getting any films, so let's make one ourselves. And that was just done on $2,000 with no soundy or anything like that, and it was all right for what it was. And then Sean had a script for Black Ghost, made that, and they didn't have a producer, so they just said, do you want to do it? So it was a full feature film, 3 months every weekend, just doing that on $5,000 budget. So
3 months every weekend?
Yeah, every weekend.
And when was that screened? Was it launched?
Yeah, we had it at Luna. So we, in Leaderville, we had 250 people come to the premiere, out of I think 300 capacity, and then yeah, we had an after party. It's on Amazon Prime. They've taken it off now, but it's on a few other platforms that we couldn't get to. But I think Aversion now, because the concept that come up with and the feedback that we've had, I think that's the one that I'm sort of more proud of, only for the fact that it's about real issues, but I didn't want to make a documentary, and I didn't want to do a piss take either. So it's in the horror genre, but it's real issues that people deal with, because a lot of people deal with mental health and stuff, but there's not a lot done about phobias, because people have real phobias, agoraphobia, whatever. So I thought I'd make a film about people with phobias, but do it in the horror genre. So it's sort of walking that line where you're not making fun of them, but it's also not a documentary. And so Black Ghost was my first main experience in the full producing realm, and now this is the probably the one that's had the best response so far.
Wow, that is really amazing. So with all these challenges that you faced, what advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a similar career path to yours?
Just do it. Just do it. Maybe your best option is, if you don't want to be an actor, if you want to be in the crew, is come on as a PA first, because with a PA, you get to see every aspect, whether you're a director, it's a DP or whatever, and you can decide what niche you want to do. If you want to be a soundy, if you want to be a gaffer, and then that way you can say, okay, I want to be a cinematographer. So then you can go and do whatever you need to do to be a cinematographer. Mm-hmm. I'm a bit iffy about film school myself. I don't get into those. I've had a lot of people, even when I did Black Ghost, people from film school come on the set, and they just said they wish they hadn't wasted their money and just jumped straight in, because it's a lot of theory at film school. You don't learn a lot of the practical.
So, well, this is the best way to learn, to actually do it.
That's right. And but yeah, I mean, if people want to get into, if you want to be an actor, just get into it. Start off as an extra, because from extras you get picked up in other films, and just keep auditioning. You'll get knocked back, but it is what it is. But yeah, if you want to be a crew member, start as a PA and look at what part of the film you actually want to do. Whether you want, like you want to be a gaffer, which is a lighting technician, soundy, first AC, which is a camera assistant, running the slate and all that sort of thing. So yeah, but PAs are important as well. They clean up the set when you're finished, and they're in direct contact with the first AD. So the first AD needs someone. The PAs have always got a two-way, and they go get whatever you need, water or props or batteries or. Yeah.
All right. Do PAs get paid?
If you're on a paid set, they will. Yeah.
All right.
Most of the time, if you're on a set where no one's paid, then they'll be the same as everyone else. Yeah. But most of the time they'll get paid. It won't be as high a rate. It's usually a day rate or an hour rate, or some actors even get paid per scene. It just depends on how the production company pays them at the time.
And what would Anthony the Man be doing if he wasn't in acting?
Well, I used to be a musician. I used to play drums, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, drums.
Yeah, I got out of it, and I probably wouldn't be doing anything. I'd just be watching movies, or because there was nothing else I really wanted to pursue. I don't play sport anymore. I don't do that. I don't play music anymore. So really, it'd just be supporting local films, watching them, and that's about it. Really, it's always that. There's really been the only three I've always wanted to do: film, music, and sport, and I've sort of accomplished two of them. So I'm working on the third one now.
So, since you have found your way into the movie industry, there's got to be some people out there that have influenced you and inspired you. Do you have maybe...
Do you mean locally or internationally?
Any.
Well, as I said, I'm a big horror fan, so, like Blumhouse and all those sorts of guys, and Stan Lee and Stephen King, all them. But locally, I prefer to watch independent films. Even on Netflix, I watch the independent movies and B-grade films. I watch a lot of the stuff the Asylum does, like Sharknado and all that sort of thing.
Sharknado, yeah, and I caught a bit of that.
And they do like Transformers, but they change the name and call it Transmorphers and make a similar film, But what those actors do is they don't make anything over $2 million. So these actors can do 2 or 3 films in a year, getting about $100,000 a film, making a living that way instead of trying to wait 2 or 3 years to get a big budget film. So they've sort of hit a niche market like that. That's sort of what I want to do, but I follow guys like Aaron because he's won multiple awards for I know not Hidden Light, the True Reflection. It won 6 out of 8 awards and won Best in Show, so you got one to go to Cannes Film Festival and all that sort of thing. So I was a production manager on that. But yeah, I just follow guys like that because that's what they're doing and they've won awards, and I try to do what they do. You've
got a 30-second window for you to plug anything you want about your films. What would you plug about, or what would you talk about?
I guess I try to make the films I want to make. I've had a lot of people look at scripts and say, oh, you should change this, change that, and it might make the film a bit better or it might make it worse, but I like to stick to what I do. I don't mind making other genres, primarily horror, and I try to surround myself with the best cast and crew that I can. Like I've got a crew now that's pretty well entrenched that we use today, and anytime I need them, they'll come on and do the filming, and same with actors. I've got a group of actors I can hit up, and we all have the same interests, so I just like to stick to doing what I'm doing.
So do you have anything coming up that you'd like to tell the audience to check out for?
Yeah, so I've got Death of a Little Girl, which we're shooting on the 14th of March. It's a short film. And then I've got a feature film which I'm doing with Aaron Camp, which is Thorns and Thistles. That's shooting between May and June. We're trying to get funding for Aversion at the moment. We're on the 3rd draft of the feature script, so hopefully we can get that going. And then I've got a couple other little projects in the works, some scripts that I'm working on with actors. So a few things going to stay busy, which is how it is, which is what you should be doing. So, yeah.
All right, that's good. Well, I think we are almost out of time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming down today.
Thank you.
We will keep our eyes open for Aversion when it does come out.
Oh well, it is in WA Made Film Festival, so the 14th of March will be shown in there. With
are there still tickets for that one?
No, it's sold out.
Ah, shame.
No.
All right.
Yeah. So it will eventually come out on YouTube. So it's just doing the festival circuit at the moment, so we can't put it online anywhere.
Okay.
But yeah, it will eventually come out, and it's just a proof of concept. It's not a standalone short. It's just one scene from the film, designed for investors and things like that. So.
And when is that show?
14th of March.
14th of March.
Yeah, 6 p.m. at Brain Square, but like I said, it's sold out. There is a standby list, a wait list, in case the capacity increases or more tickets become available, so you can join the wait list if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you guys have heard there is the WA Made Festival that is starting on the 14th of March. We might have to go for that one, at least for the other.
It's actually starting on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but ours is on the Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You should sneak us in.
Hey, our director couldn't even get in. He had to get a ticket for the makeup artist. So yeah.
Alright. We've also got the Sculptures by the Sea coming up this week.
Yes, we do.
And I'm pretty sure that's not booked up because how they're going to block off the sea. isn't
No,
it?
no, they can't do that. You can definitely go check that out, guys.
Next week we have two very interesting guests as well. They have been in the industry for quite a while, but they're still fairly young. So do tune in next week if you want to see who these two guests are. I'm Andre Rodriguez.
And I'm Annabelle Earth.